Hello, this is Shahroz Nawaz, and I'm a PHP community manager at Cloud-Based. So today I'm going to explain you how Cloud-Based is helping developers, and especially PHP developers, to deploy their PHP applications easily. Well, Cloud-Based, Cloud-Based is a managed cloud hosting platform. Let me show you here. As they are stating that Cloud-Based is a managed cloud hosting platform for growing businesses. So Cloud-Based actually help the applications like PHP, Magento, WordPress, Drupal, and other like Joomla. Hello, this is Shahroz Nawaz, and I'm a PHP community manager at Cloud-Based. So they are helping these application and developers to deploy the PHP applications like fruitfully. Let me scroll it down below. So here's the GIF. You can see how easy it is to install WordPress also. I will give you the complete demo in the login process of this short and brief tutorial today. So the currently supported applications and last hour application they are supporting is almost all applications like you see WordPress, Magento, Drupal, PHP, and WooCommerce. Our main focus today is just PHP applications. I would let you know how to install PHP applications on Cloud-Based. And to be honest, this is just a simple 5-click step. In 5 clicks, you can install the complete PHP application, and with a 1-click URL, you can also launch the application on Cloud-Based. So how it will done, I will tell you in few minutes. Okay. So I think everything is set up and everything is ready. So first, let me tell you about what Cloud-Based Thunderstack has. Cloud-Based Thunderstack is comprised of these top-notch technologies like they have 2 servers up and running, Nginx and Apache. On the top of these technologies, Varnish, PHP FPM, Redis, and Memcached is working. For the database, you have MySQL and MariaDB on Cloud-Based. Both options are available. It's up to you whether you want to use MariaDB or MySQL. So it's totally up to you. As you all know that PHP 7 is also a key version of PHP journey, and so PHP 7 is also available on Cloud-Based. Yes, you can also install PHP 7 at current PHP 7.1 is available on Cloud-Based. So you can jump into 2 versions of PHP like PHP 5.6, PHP 7, and PHP 7.1. These 3 versions are available on Cloud-Based. So if your application is supported PHP 5.6 or PHP 7 or PHP 7.1, you can go into options and select your desired PHP version. I will also tell you about how you can update or downgrade your PHP version and and I will also perform this task in SSH terminal also. So these are some other perks that Cloud-Based is given to PHP developers. Like they also have a Cloud-Based API. So in any other episode of this series, I will tell you about the Cloud-Based API, how can you utilize the API and create custom applications. Like I have also developed some custom applications on this API. So we will see how this application is working on APIs and what actions you can perform. And what actions you can perform with this Cloud-Based API. Almost all the applications which you can see in this platform, which you are performing on the mouse click, you can perform all the actions using this Cloud-Based API. So without waiting more, let's log into the platform. Before logging into the platform, let me introduce you with some features of Cloud-Based. What Cloud-Based has, for PHP developers. Let me move you direct to the PHP landing page. Yes, here it is, PHP hosting page of Cloud-Based. Here you can see all the top-notch things which Cloud-Based is providing for all the PHP developers, like developer-friendly stack, easy Git deployment. Well, if you are a PHP developer, you always want to use GitHub and Git obviously behind it, and Composer is the love of PHP developers. So on Cloud-Based, you don't have to install Git and Composer, because both are pre-installed on Cloud-Based. You just need to log into your SSH terminal and you are good to go to use Composer and Git. I will tell you how can you use this while login to SSH terminal. So the next thing is we have 24/7 support and monitoring. Yes, this is a human support. Every time if you are stuck in any of your PHP application development issue, you can just bug our support team, and they are always ready to help you in any of the issue. Well, Cloud-Based also daily manage backups and dedicated servers with firewall protection. Install unlimited websites. Yes, install unlimited websites mean you can install multiple applications in one server. So every application has its own staging URL. So obviously you have more staging URLs for more applications. There is no restriction like you can only install one application in one server. You can install multiple applications in a single server, so there is no full stop around it. Well, this is the real number. We have this much applications deployed on Cloud-Based. So let's see some key features which Cloud-Based is providing. You have Nginx with PHP FPM and blazing fast PHP 7 hosting. Yes, it's that much fast. PHP 7 is the fastest version in the previous version of PHP, and 7.1 and 7.2 is pretty much more optimized than PHP 7. The best thing is you have free SSL certificates on Cloud-Based. Cloud-Based is providing Let's Encrypt free SSL certificate for 90 days. So if your certificate is expired, you can also just renew it with a one click for next 90 days. So you don't have to pay about any SSL certificates, like custom certificates are available in the market. So you don't need to pay about them. Just log into Cloud-Based and use the free SSL certificate for your application. Well, I have already told you about support. Well, this is the main thing which every developer need and love: SSH and SFTP access. If you are a Linux developer, you always love the terminal. So Cloud-Based has its built-in SSH terminal. You can also connect it to the PuTTY and whichever terminal you like. For FTP, Cloud-Based provides the SFTP access. So you can deploy your PHP scripts from FTP directly. So this is the a quick view of frameworks and applications which we are supporting at Cloud-Based. So these are some more information about like cron jobs, managed security, API integration. I've pretty much talked about API integration before. And yes, this is the feature which I love the most at Cloud-Based: easier team collaboration. Like if you have a team of 6 to 7 or 8 multiple developers, you can always manage them via team collaboration. Just add your developers as a team member at Cloud-Based server, and they are good to go to contribute in any of your server. You can also, the main thing is you can also give them application level SSH access. So like if you have 10 applications in your server and you want to give only a specific access to any of the developer, so you can use the SSH level access. Just give him the user ID and password of that particular app, and the developer can access only that application which you have allowed. Well, Cloud-Based also have its own DB manager, in which you can obviously manage your database. These are some influencers who love Cloud-Based. Tessa Maro, Michelangelo Vandam, Dale Reese. Yes, we are existing all over the world. This is the main thing. So I have explained you pretty much now. So it's time to show up what Cloud-Based platform looks like and what is the what you can do with Cloud-Based and like scalable PHP hosting platform. As they are stating that they are scalable PHP hosting, let's see how much scalable and how you can perform scalable things at Cloud-Based. Let's log into Cloud-Based. First, if you are a new user, so you have to sign up at Cloud-Based first. You can simple go to sign up page. You can simply go to sign up page. And here you need to pass in your email ID password, and you need to describe what you are, like a digital agency, e-commerce, other business, blogger, freelance developer, and designer. What you are, just need to define your persona so that Cloud-Based is best configured for your persona. So here they are asking about what monthly expenditure you are expecting on servers at Cloud-Based. So you can select according to your needs and requirements. So just need okay, here's another option, got a promo code. So you can also avail any promo code, like we are running a promo code for PHP Earth, which can give you $30 straight in your account. Like if you're a new developer, you can use PHP Earth promo code here, and you can get $30 or $25 free credit. I'm forgetting that. I think that's $25. So the credit will immediately available in your Cloud-Based account. So now start free. Now click on start free button, and you are good to go. There's a verification process after the login. After the sign up process, you just need to pass in your some information like why you are using cloud, which application you will be using at Cloud-Based. So no worry about that. Just give the information to the chat agent, and he will be verified you for the next usage of your Cloud-Based servers. So let's log into this platform. Go to login page, and I have saved my user ID and password. So I am logging my account to Cloud-Based. So here's the first screen you will see. So this is not the first screen. If you are a new user, I have already an account at Cloud-Based, so I'm seeing my server screen. So if you are a new user at Cloud-Based, you will see the button for launch server here, and like this screen I will show you here. This is the screen. If you move to add server, so this screen will appear on your screen if you are a new user and have a new account at Cloud-Based. So the best thing is what I'm already saying about that. The PHP application deployment is very much easy at Cloud-Based. So here you will know how easy it is and why I'm saying that. So here you just need to select your application. Obviously for PHP session you have to select your custom application, in which you can install any of the framework or like Laravel, Cake PHP, CodeIgniter, and oh sorry, we have Laravel on one click here. Yes. Well, having a custom PHP application, you can install other frameworks like Slim, Silex, and Symfony. Symfony is love. For Laravel, we have given the single click option here. So when you select any custom application or Laravel, so the complete stack will be built around this application. Like if you use custom app, so the complete stack which will be built at Cloud-Based is around the best practices for your custom PHP application. And if you select Laravel, so the stack will be built according to the Laravel needs. Like you have so many files in Laravel.env file and etc., which needs to be present at Laravel, so the stack will be updated for this application. So let's first select custom application here. We will be selecting Laravel in our next session. So our main focus is custom PHP application right now. So here you need to pass the name of your custom PHP application, like PHP application. I will pass here, and name your managed server. Just give a fruitful name which you can remember the server. I'm giving like PHP server. So these are the projects to distinguish which project has which servers. Like I can have multiple projects in my Cloud-Based account. So each account has been managing multiple servers and multiple applications. So this would distinguish about which project contains which server. So you can also create these projects at Cloud-Based. I have created these two projects, test project and symphony project. If you are a new user, you will get an option here to create the project, and the particular server will be updated and shown in this project. So if you are a big team of developers and working on multiple projects, so you can have multiple projects here, and each project can have servers according to your requirement, and you will be managing your team on these on the specified projects. So we have selected custom PHP application, and we have given the name to the application and the server name. We have select the particular project. So the things are going good. Here Cloud-Based has 6 cloud providers: DigitalOcean, Linode, Walter, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, and Cube. Well, these 3 are pretty much famous around the developers, DigitalOcean and Linode. I also love DigitalOcean and Linode the most. Walter is the most, like sophisticated version of cloud services. Amazon Web Services are very much famous for managing large enterprise applications, and similar Google Cloud Platform. Here you can see the Cube containers. If you are creating a scalable application, like the application is expecting millions of users at the real time, like million of concurrent users, so you can create Cube containers on Cloud-Based. Cube is the container solution for the large enterprise applications which have multiple concurrent users. So at this time my focus is DigitalOcean. Well, you can select any of the server from here. So the main thing is I need to show you how the Cloud-Based is propagating PHP applications on these cloud providers. So while selecting any of the cloud provider, you just need to give the server size of the server. Like here is 1 GB, 2 GB, 4 GB. It's all up to your requirement how much server size you need for your application. Like I'm expecting 2 GB server size is enough for me, and the available locations are London, San Francisco, Singapore, New York, Amsterdam, Frankfurt, Toronto, Bangalore. So the best thing is you can choose the nearest location around your around your environment. Means the best location around your existence. So I'm selecting here like London. You can select according to your locality or your country or city. So let's have a look again. Well, I just select the custom application, name my application, given a PHP server name to the server, and select my project and select the cloud provider, any one of them, given the server size, and select the location. And after selecting the location, I just click on this launch now button. And the server will start it creating on DigitalOcean. So the server is creating now, and it will take around 7 minutes. Oh, रूम मैंने एक्चुअली बुक किया हुआ था, मुझे कोई साउंड चाहिए नहीं मुझे. ठीक है, सॉरी यार. Ah, sorry for the delay. So the server is creating on Cloud-Based. It will take some few minutes, like approx 7 minutes, and our server will be ready. So I have already created a server at Cloud-Based, you can see here. So I can give you a look of this Cloud-Based server. So you can see, if you when your server is completely launched, you can see this screen. While move to server tab, I have two servers, and let's move to the Cloud-Based server. While moving to your server, you can see this screen where you can see your IP address, username and password, SSH public keys, launch SSH terminals. So I was talking about SSH terminal. You can see the SSH terminal here. So let's talk about it in future. So first, I want to show you the options which are available at Cloud-Based. Like how easy is to manage your DigitalOcean complete options at Cloud-Based in few clicks. So like if you are hosting your application at DigitalOcean, you should know about all the things that help you in creating the complete server and complete DNS settings and SSL settings. I can call them sysadmin people, like they are managing all the completely server side settings, etc. So if you buy the servers from DigitalOcean, Linode, and other bare server providers like Amazon Web Services, you need to manage the complete server by yourself. So this shouldn't be easy task for anyone to completely manage the server. So at Cloud-Based, we have did the best thing to integrate all the cloud providers at one place and provide the option to the user to simply manage the complete DigitalOcean server and Linode server like other cloud providers, simple from the UI of Cloud-Based. You can manage maximum options of your server from this Cloud-Based screen. So we have a master credentials here. You can use these master credentials to sign into the SSH terminal and FTP, like if you are using FTP. So you can connect your FTP server with this credential. Similarly, just you need to write SFTP with the public IP address. Just concatenate the SFTP colon and this IP address. You are good to go to connect the SFTP of Cloud-Based. So We have some tabs here: monitoring, managed services, settings and packages, security, vertical scaling, backups, and SMTPs. Let's see what monitoring tab has in Cloudways. How Cloudways is monitoring your server. It's opening. Let's wait to open the monitoring tab. Basically, it will show how much the DigitalOcean server you are utilizing. I mean, if you have the large number of users at the same time, the graph will show high concurrent users, and there will be a reading which will be for your guidance that how much server things you are utilizing. It's taking more time. Yeah, you can see this. These are the options you can manage, like idle CPU, free disk, reads per second, writes per second, free memory, incoming network traffic, outgoing network traffic. So these are the options which you can manage. If you have a Cloudways, if you have a DigitalOcean server, you can manage these options manually from your end. But at Cloudways, you can just have a drop down, and you can see how much free disk space you are using, how much the free disk space you have. I have pretty much free disk space here, you can see. So let's check the idle CPU, like how my CPU is performing 1 hour before. You can also select the multiple options here according to your requirement: 6 months, 1 month, 7 days, 12 days. Like if I want to select 6 months, let's see what data is coming at. It will show in 6 months how much server resources I have utilized. That's pretty much high. I have almost utilized maximum resources at Cloudways. So this is the monitoring of your server. You can move to these drop downs and select the required parameter and see the results here in this graph. So while having a Cloudways server monitoring services, you can also have an application services. You can also monitor your application. Well, Cloudways is providing the New Relic. If you don't know about the New Relic services, Cloudways has partnered with New Relic to offer this built-in app monitoring with its managed cloud hosting platform. Basically, New Relic will provide the application monitoring service through which you can monitor your application, how it is performing, like debug it, and the exceptions and the errors they are coming on your application. So you can completely manage or monitor all these things at New Relic. So if you have a New Relic account, you can just plug in that New Relic account into your Cloudways server. So if you want to available this option, you just need to go to live chat and have a chat with the Cloudways agent and give them a request that if you want that if you are needing this feature at Cloudways, so they will be in touch with you and they will on this feature for your application. So after having available this option, you will have all the details of this application here. Like we are seeing this paragraph. Oh, this graph. So similar graph will be available in this application. So I need to have to take a break at this time. So I will come in few minutes again. Thanks for watching my first hour, streaming. So I'm coming again, and well, where we have left, I'm launching the Cloudways server. PHP server has been created. here. Yeah, I left at this server when the process is running at Cloud-Based. So the finally our server is created here, and when if I move to this server, like before I've told you about the master credential settings, in which you can use to sign into SSH terminal, and the FTP, like files. If you want to sign into FileZilla for manipulating the PHP files, you can use these public IP username and password to log into the FTP terminal and SSH terminal. So I have also told you about these monitoring services, and I have pretty much defined you about what these options are meant to and what these options are doing here. Well, application setup is also seen before, and I have explained about the setup of New Relic. You can simply set up New Relic application monitoring system here while chatting to the chat agent of Cloud-Based. So after monitoring, let's see what managing services has. Well, if I have told you about the Cloud-Based, the complete Thunder stack of Cloud-Based. Well, we called our stack as Thunder stack because we have all the top-notch applications services are available on Cloud-Based, and these all are on single click. You can just click on the restart button to restart the services. We have Apache, Memcache, MySQL, New Relic, Nginx, PHP FPM, and Varnish. These all applications are combined together to create the Thunder stack of Cloud-Based. And if you are managing the DigitalOcean Linode server, like the server which they are providing in $5, so you just need to manage these all applications manually on the DigitalOcean server. So if you are having a Cloud-Based server, you don't need to manage these services by your own. Just click on the restart button and the Apache server is restarted. Well, for this action, you need to run some commands on SSH terminal at the Linode and Welder servers. So here you just need to click on this restart button. So we have Apache, Memcached, MySQL, New Relic, Nginx, PHP FPM, and Varnish. So here the main focus for PHP application is Apache, Memcached, MySQL, New Relic for the this is stopped here. If I want to enable it, I want to chat to the agent, and he will be set up my New Relic account. Nginx is love, and you can restart Nginx on one click also. PHP FPM. I will tell you in future about how can you configure these services on Cloud-Based. Like PHP FPM has custom setting, and you can use these settings on Cloud-Based for your custom rules. So these are all the services available at Cloud-Based. So let's see what setting and packages have options available for my server. So these are setting and packages. Like if you are managing the server in XAMPP or WAMP or any of the bare servers like Linode and DigitalOcean, you can use these options in .ini file. So here at Cloud-Based, you have the option to manage these options similar from the UI, and you can delete these values and set up the values according to your requirement. Like this error reporting option, you have to put in PHP file on the top for a command to open the, like I can say, if you want to show the PHP errors, you need to do some application settings at PHP file. So here Cloud-Based is providing you an option for simply click on these options, simple click and configure these values for your PHP application, and simple click on the save changes button and it will work better. Like I can say, if you want to show the PHP errors, you need to do some application settings at PHP file. So now if you have seen the basic settings and options for simply click on these options, simple click and configure these the values for basic options PHP application for setting up a cloud-based server. So there are also some advanced options like PHP input variables. Like I can say, if you want to show the PHP errors, you need to do some application settings at PHP file. So now if you have seen the basic settings and options for simply click on these options, simple click and configure these the values for basic options PHP application for setting up a cloud-based server. So there are also some advanced options like PHP input variables. Like I can say, if you want to show the PHP errors, you need to do some application. So I'm telling you about the advanced options at Cloud-Based. So now if you have seen the basic settings and options for simply click on these options, simple click and configure these the values for basic options PHP application for setting up a cloud-based server. So there are also some advanced options like PHP input variables. Like I can say, if you want to show the PHP errors, you need to do some application. So I'm telling you about the advanced options at Cloud-Based. So now,
hello, this is Shahroz Nawaz, and this is Shahroz Nawaz from Cloud-Based, and I'm back again to let you know about Cloud-Based managed hosting. So previously we have covered some topics which are related to launching of the cloud servers, including DigitalOcean, Linode, Google Cloud, and the other clouds like Amazon Web Services and Kube containers. So previously I have told you about how to launch these servers directly from Cloud-Based. You don't need to sign up on the main websites of the following provider which I have mentioned before. You just need to create an account in Cloud-Based and select the provider, and while selecting the provider you just need to give the server size like according to the requirement of your website. So this, after giving a server size, you can quickly launch servers on these clouds. So let me give you the recap of the previous video which I have done. So previously I have told you about how to sign up on Cloud-Based. So you just need to go here on platform. I have already given the idea of what the Thunder stack on Cloud-Based is, and how Cloud-Based is built on the top technologies for providing you the latest and best hosting experiences. I have already signed up, so you can see my dashboard here. So here I have launched one Cloud-Based server on DigitalOcean. You can see the icon here, DigitalOcean. So previously I have told you about that if you want to add a new server on Cloud-Based, you just need to go this add server button, and after clicking on this button it will ask you about the application which you want to launch on Cloud-Based. So obviously, as I am teaching you about how to launch PHP application on Cloud-Based, so I will be selecting custom application for PHP. Here you can see here Laravel also, and Magento, Drupal, 30Bs, OpenCart, PrestaShop, Joomla, and Moodle. Oh, WordPress is also here. Nice. So PHP, I will be selecting PHP custom application here. After selecting the application, you just need to give the name of your application, like PHP application. You can give any name which you want to for your application, and for the server you just give any name. It's just up to you, whatever the name you should select for this. So I will write here PHP server. So when you are writing the name PHP server here, I was told you that you also have some projects, like I have two projects here, test project and symphony projects, and I've told you that each of the server which provision on Cloud-Based will reside in any of the project. So here you can create these projects. I will show you how to create these projects later. So if you also, if you don't have any project mentioned here, there will be a button to create some projects. So you can directly create project here. So when you select this project, the server which will launch here will reside in this project. Okay, so this is just a container in which all your servers will exist. So there are 6 providers, as you can see: DigitalOcean, Linode, Walter, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, and Cube. And I have already told you about how to launch the Cloud-Based server on DigitalOcean. So I think I will move forward from here, and you can see the pricing here and just a location. So give a server size here, like according to the requirement of your application, 2 GB, 4 GB, or 8 GB, whatever it is. You know the better. So if a simple website of PHP, if you are launching a simple website of PHP on Cloud-Based, so I think 1 GB server is enough for it. So just click on the 1 GB server and select the location. You have all the data centers available from DigitalOcean here. So the best thing is you can select the nearby location from your existing location. So if I select London here, and then here's the pricing, this will be updated dynamically when you are selecting the server sizes, like 2 GB. Then here you can see the change, monthly and hourly. 4 GB, $42, and hourly this. So I will be teaching you how to select the best server size for your application requirement. You can also Skype me your requirements, and I will be answering you about the best server size for your application. So after selecting all these options, you just need to click on this Launch Now button. When you click on this Launch Now button, the server will start provisioning on DigitalOcean. The process will be same for Linode, Volta, and all the cloud providers mentioned here. Okay, so on Linode you also need to select the server size and location. All the data centers of Linode are available here. Just select server size and give a location, and click on Launch Now to select the to launch the server on Linode servers. Okay, similar for Volta, and there's a big difference between these small cloud providers and Amazon Web Services. You need to give some more parameters for Amazon Web Services, like bandwidth, storage, and application web files. So you just need to do a bit work here. So for provisioning a server on Amazon Web Services, you need to select the server size according to your requirement of website or application, and then give a bandwidth. You can select from 2 GB minimum to maximum 500 GB. You can also put it manually here, like I want 400 GB. Obviously I don't want 400 GB here. I'm just giving the example. So I will give 2 GB here, and you need to give the storage space here also. The minimum size is 2 GB and the maximum size is 1024 GB. So again, this is on your requirement, whatever the requirement you need, and you just scale the storage size symbol from your mouse. Okay, this is so simple. And then also you need to select a database size. It is also from minimum 2 GB to 1024 GB, and you can also put manually the value here. And the last step on AWS, Amazon Web Services, is to select the location. So when you are selecting the location, I've already told you that select your nearby location and the best location which is recommended for your application. So select any of the location from here: North Virginia, North California, Ohio, Canada, Montreal, Ireland, Frankfurt. So all the data centers available on Amazon Web Services are also available on Cloud-Based. So this is the specialty of Cloud-Based, that you don't need to go on these cloud providers, sign up on these cloud providers. Just come on Cloud-Based, sign up on it, and provision similar with 5 clicks. Yeah, only 5 clicks. So when you click on launch now, the server will be launched on Amazon Web Services. So the process is same again for Google Cloud Platform and Kube containers. So if you don't know about Kube containers, so I will tell you about it. Kube provides the container hosting, like you have so many nodes, like if you are working for a big enterprise applications, so you need a cluster solutions like Kube and Amazon. So at Cloud-Based, at this time, you don't select cloud infrastructure, cloud solutions of Amazon Web Services. So Kube can help you in this. So if you want to host your big stores like Magento, WordPress, WooCommerce, and the big enterprise application, big card CMSs like you can build in Laravel, so you can host these extensive card systems on Cloud-Based with Kube containers. So it will provide you the node system, like cluster system, and the best thing for Kube is it is scaled. See, when you feel that there are a lot of spikes on your server and a lot of visitors are coming simultaneously on your application or store. Let's suppose you are buying and selling a store and a lot of users are striking at the same time. So Kube will auto scale your server while notifying you on email and any Slack channel like Slack channels or emails. So Kube will notify you and auto scale the server for you, so you don't need to come on Cloud-Based and manually auto scale your server. So this is the best thing about Kube on Cloud-Based. So okay, the thing is, if the cloud server is automatically auto scale, and the invoice will be generating, and you also need to know about if it is downscale or not. So this is my first message: hello all, and if you don't see my stream here, you can message me. I will check what the problem is, and I have also put some curriculum here which I will going to explain you. Here you can see that. So we have covered this thing, setting up the programming environment for Linux. So I have already told you in the previous video how to set up the programming environment on Cloud-Based, and give a recap. Just as I started the streaming, I have given the complete recap of the previous episode. So launch server, oh my god, this is lunch. This should be a launch. Sorry, that's a typo here. This should be a launch, not lunch. So let's save it and launch server and PHP application on cloud. I have covered this thing also. So when the thing to remember is, when you launch the server on the PHP server on Cloud-Based, it will take few minutes. So be patient while the server is launching. Once the server is launched, your application will also come along with it. So you just need to go in application settings and click on the staging URL. Bang, your application is launched now on browser. So understanding the environment and possible settings, not things. So I think I have covered this in last episode also. to set up the maximum settings of PHP INI on Cloud-Based. So let me give a review of it again to you. This is server setting page. Access details of your server at Cloud-Based. Oops, this is not a, here it is. Yes, this is my server, Cloud-Based server, and this is the server detail page. Here you can see the detail of the server, where it is launched, who is the server provider, the cloud provider, and what's the location. So in past I have told you about some settings of PHP INI file, or some basic settings which you need to do in PHP INI of your PHP server. So you can customize these settings directly from Cloud-Based. Here is the monitoring services. Let's move to monitoring. Oh my god, why it is not working, man? I think I have a network issue here. Let's refresh it. You can see how simplified the platform is. Cloud-Based has been giving you the chance to just manage your own server. You just don't need to go in hassle of managing your server by your own while using some creepy commands on Linux. So just use your mouse and manage the complete server directly from Cloud-Based. I don't know what's happening here. There must be some issue of internet connection, I think. Let me check. It's good and it's connected. Don't know why it is taking more time. Oh, it's connected now. Yeah, you can see my server here, Cloud-Based server, and I have 17 applications hosted on this server. All the applications are PHP and Laravel, as I mostly work on PHP and Laravel applications. So this is one project I have. So let's move to my server settings. So let's come again on monitoring of my server. I've told you about that, how these monitoring is logging here. This is the complete usage of my server, and this is the highest value. While your server is much busy, you can see this graph heading upward. So you can see so many options here. Free disk space, reads per second, writes per second, free memory, and all these, if you want to manage these options on a bare server like Cloud-Based dissolution server, you just need to run these commands to know what the space has been, what space has you have on you have on your server. So on Cloud-Based is a good thing that you can just click on these options and directly know the results without running any command on SSH or anything. So let's check a free disk space, how much free disk space I have. So there is a 2 GB free space in GB and disk holding data, increasing size if lower than 2 GB. So I think I need to go to application here, server, and free disk space in 12 hours. So you can see the value that I have this much free disk space on Cloud-Based. Here you can also refresh this graph. I hope you are watching my live streaming and you are liking this. If you want to ask any question to me, you can just comment here. Okay, so let's get back to managed services. So this is the complete, picture of services that are running on Cloud-Based, the backbone of, Cloud-Based LAMP stack. All these services are available on Cloud-Based. So if you have a DigitalOcean or Linode server, you need to install all these applications, all these services by your own, and running the, some creepy Linux commands. Well, I love Linux also. So you need to, all I want to say that you just need to run all these commands to launch these services on your DigitalOcean or Linode or AWS server. So here on Cloud-Based, you just need to, click on restart or stop button to restart or stop these services. So if you want to restart your Apache server, just click on restart and it will restart your server at Cloud-Based. You can see the notification here. So Cloud-Based has, done maximum things for you. You don't need to install all these services by your own. So you can see up here is Apache, Elasticsearch, Memcache, MySQL, New Relic, Nginx, PHP FPM, Redis, and Varnish. So I'm not a big fan of Varnish, well, because sometimes Varnish can, not properly work with PHP applications and Laravel applications. So I just want to show you these services that Cloud-Based Thunder Stack has. You can also, start and stop these services on only one click. So these are the services. Let's move to settings and packages. Oh my God, I flicked it one more time. So these are some basic settings which you need to do for your PHP applications at any server or hosting service. It's taking more time, I think there is some problem to the internet service I have here. Good, thanks for joining my, and Reddy and Dusan colleague. Thanks for joining my live streaming. I think you guys are enjoying this. I need to refresh the page here. So the page is refreshing, and yeah, now it is perfect. So I was talking about, the setting and managing some basic settings of your PHP application, like execution limit, upload size, memory limit, display error, which you can do with the code settings, code. So here at Cloud-Based, you just need to give the value of your execution limit, upload size, like I want to upload 200 MB size images, and I don't want to show any errors of Cloud-Based. That's a bad practice. You always show display errors. So PHP time zone, you can select the time zone for your, the local environment here, and just click on Save Changes button. It will save all the settings you have done here in your php.ini file. So your settings have been saved to the files. Here you can see three tabs: basic settings, advanced setting, and packages. So you have seen the basic settings here. You can also see some advanced settings like maximum input variables, max input time, op cache memory, short open tags, xdebug enabled or disabled. If you want to enable the xdebug, just click on the toggle button and it will enable xdebug extension in your PHP application. So I am moving it to disable again so that I don't need this right now. So here you can also select the MySQL time zone if you are logging or saving the time and date of your queries. So you can select your time zone here. You can also select encoding, max connection limits, buffer pool size, lock wait timeout, default applications. So these are some advanced options which you can manage by your own, but everybody is not a completely techie and a knowing person for all these settings. So also maybe you are going to hire your sysadmin to manage your application. So there is no need to hire sysadmin. You can just completely manage these settings by your own on Cloud-Based, because these all are available on your UI. So with HTTP2, you can see here, just click on disabled. So the HTTP module will be disabled on Cloud-Based and in your PHP application. So I'm enabling it, and there's some Nginx settings here. Static cache expiry. You can set these values directly on the UI here. So let's see what packages has. Well, when you launch a PHP server on Cloud-Based, the default version of PHP which launched with your server is 7.0. As you can see here, PHP 7.0 will be launched with all the default servers on Cloud-Based. Well, you can also update or downgrade this version. Let's see how many versions of PHP Cloud-Based has. It has three versions: PHP 5.6, PHP 7.0, and PHP 7.1. As if you are a PHP developer, you already know that PHP 7.2 has been launched. So soon PHP 7.2 will also be available on Cloud-Based. So if your application needs the higher version of PHP like 7.1, 7.0, or 5.6 for the legacy applications and older versions of PHP, you can select any of the application here. And like I have 7.0 version here already enabled. I want to upgrade to 7.1. Click on PHP 7.1 and then save it. It will ask you about that if any compatibility issues you will face for your application. So it will give you a message: please ensure that your applications are compatible with PHP 7.1, as otherwise they may break. So if there is any conflict for the higher versions of PHP, like some messages or some functions and methods are not supported by PHP 5.6, which are available in 7.1, so you can downgrade to PHP 5.6 also. So if you hit the OK button, it will update your PHP version to 7.1. So it is updating the version here. It will take few seconds. I think my streaming. So I just want to know that if you are watching my streaming properly or not, because I'm doing it first time on live Azure.tv. So this is my really first time to come live on any website and stream for any platform. So yeah, this is my first time. So you can give me your feedback as how much bad I'm doing in my first time. Yeah, I'm doing bad, I know. So I think you can also follow me on Twitter and find me at shahrozhnawaz.com. This is my website, my portfolio website. You can find me here, and you can also follow me on Twitter. Just follow me on Twitter, okay? So it is updating. Well, the main thing which I want to ask you about that Cloud-Based platform is a synchronous platform. Like you don't run multiple and parallel processes on Cloud-Based. You can just run one process at one time on Cloud-Based. So it is updated to PHP 7.1. So let's check on Cloud-Based. I'm going to do some SSH thing. Here are the credentials you need to put here. Oh, what I've done this. No, I don't need to do this, man. I did it wrong. I want to put the username here, and I have put the IP of my server. So username is here, and now move to password. So this is the SSH you can also get on Cloud-Based. Just click on this button, launch SSH terminal, and use your username and password to sign into SSH server at Cloud-Based. So let's see what PHP version I have available. PHP 7.1.13. So as I have updated the PHP version here, in packages PHP 7.1, and you can see the version on SSH also. So I have 7.0 and my application's dependency is 7.0 version, so I am reverting it back to 7.0 because I don't want to need my applications to be broke up while I'm delivering it to the client. So I'm reverting back the version to 7.0. So it is reverting back to 7.0 version of PHP. You can see how easy it is to launch server on Cloud-Based while you are having accounts of the cloud providers like DigitalOcean, Linode, and AWS. You just need to click. You just need to do 5 clicks, and your server is launched on these cloud providers. So you don't need to hire any sysadmin for you and anyone to manage your servers on these cloud providers. So Cloud-Based is always there for you. I'm just giving you, the complete roundup of what I have taught you before, the recap of the previous episode. Oh, you are not seeing my streaming? Yes, it is fine now. Good. No, the complete roundup of what I have taught you before, the re so it's updated to the previous version, PHP 7.0. And so I have completely give you detailed about the PHP version, how can you upgrade or downgrade these versions on your PHP servers. So you can see here the MySQL. You obviously use it for database purposes, and on Cloud-Based you got 2 versions of database, MySQL 5.6. Oh, I have seen MariaDB also here. So there is an update on Cloud-Based that the DevOps team has removed, the MariaDB server for some technical purposes, and it will be back again while taking a major fix. And you will see the MariaDB version with MySQL here. So this is the latest version of MySQL 5.6 if I'm not wrong. So you can select it for your application and just click on Save button. So here is Elasticsearch also for all your database needs, and Redis for some caching purposes. And yes, there is SupervisorD also available on Cloud-Based. You just need to click on this install button, and the service will install in your PHP server. So when you install the service, the button which like this uninstall will available here. So if you want to uninstall the service, just click on the uninstall button. So these are the basics and advanced settings and packages which is available on Cloud-Based for your PHP application. So let's move to another tab, that is security tab. So here are some security measures you can do for your application, like SSH and SFTP. If you want to give an access to any of your team developer or team member, you can whitelist his IP, his system IP here, so that no one can access just beside him. So here you can see a MySQL tab also. Basically Cloud-Based is also providing MySQL remote connection, which is available on Cloud-Based just before this month. So the update have been rolled out on the platform, which enabled you now to access the remote MySQL connections on Cloud-Based. All you just need to do is whitelist the public IP of your team member and any of the member which want to access the database of your server. Just get his public IP and put it here and save. As I have saved one public IP here, this is my IP, and I'm using the remote MySQL connection in some of the applications on Cloud-Based. and on some on other servers are available. So I'm using the remote MySQL connection. You can also use it. You just as I told you that you just need to whitelist your team member IP, and remember team members public IP. You need to whitelist here. So you can add multiple IPs here if you have, if you want to give 10 to 15 team members access to Cloud-Based server, you need to provide 10 IPs, the 10 public IPs of their systems at here, and just click on save change. So this is some security purpose at Cloud-Based for your server needs. You can also see it here that manage security settings, whitelist your IP, and IP subnet for SSH, SFTP, and MySQL connections. So let's move to vertical scaling. This is the most interesting feature you can see at Cloud-Based. Let's wait to open it. I think there is some issue with my internet connection. That's why this my window is working slowly and the platform isn't responding while some of the time. So this is my internet issue here. So don't worry about the platform. That platform is immature or any issues with the platform here. This is my internet connection which is bothering me. So this is vertical scaling and the most interesting feature at Cloud-Based. Here vertical scaling means that if you have launched a 1 GB server at Cloud-Based on any cloud provider which are mentioned before, and you think that you need more space on Cloud-Based, and you have launched 1 GB server. So don't worry about that. You just need to come at this tab vertical scaling and select the server size which you want to scale, and scale now, and click on scale now button. It will scale your existing server on the new specifications. Okay, so this is so simple. If you need to scale your server, just select the server size here and click on scale now button. It will scale your server on the latest server size. So you can scale it to 192 GBs. The maximum size is 192 GB of RAM and 3840 GB hard disk, 12 TB transfer. It's huge. 32 core processors. So maybe you are running the big e-commerce store and the application which have multiple few thousands of concurrent users. So this feature, the vertical scaling feature, will allow you to scaling your things at Cloud-Based. Let me quickly do a message to my bro. He's calling me, and then get back to you. Yeah, I came back again. So I just need to call my bro, and he was calling me. So what I was telling you about, okay, vertical scaling. So I hope you get this feature interesting. Let's see if any question here. It's working fine, I think. So let's move to another feature of Cloud-Based managed server. I have told you about vertical scaling, what it will do for you for your servers, and you can easily scale up your existing servers at Cloud-Based to any 2 GB, 4 GB, and 8 GB servers. If you launch your server at 1 GB storage, you can easily move to another specification. So here are another tab called backup, and you can backup your server for free on Cloud-Based. Yes, you can easily select backup frequency here: 12 hours, 1 day, 2 day, or 3 day, whichever you want to select, and backup retention: 1 week, 2 week, 3 week. If you want to backup the 1 week data of your application on Cloud-Based, you can just select 1 week, 2 week, or 3 weeks here. So after that, you can click on Save Changes button. So the backup of your Cloud-Based server will start to be held in the backend. And you can also, you are also watching the local backups option here. I have disabled it. If you want to create local backups of your application, you can just enable this button. So it will enable the local backups on your Cloud-Based server, which you can see on the root of your application. So I will show you here. Let's show you. So this is the root of my application. So when you plan your backups, the local backups, to be scheduled for your Cloud-Based server, you can see the zip file of your server here. Not here. Yes, here, because this is the root directory of my server. So when the complete backup is available as a zip file, you can see the zip file here in this directory. Okay, so this is the backup thing at Cloud-Based. Also, there are some SMTP configuration for emailing, like you can email simple setting up the Gmail of Gmail settings on your Cloud-Based server easily. So here you can set up your own SMTP, and here are some options: Mailgun, Mandrill, Auth SMTP, SandGrid, others, etc. Just click on any of the option which you need to use at Cloud-Based for sending the emails, and you are good to go. I have set up the Gmail, I think. Yeah, I have set up this for one of my application, Gmail server. So you can simply update and remove it. Easily. Okay, so this is the database panel of Cloud-Based. I will show you when I will explaining you about the application settings of Cloud-Based. So let's move to the applications. This is all related to the server stuff, and all the settings are related to your server. Let's move to the application tab. So I have hosted all these applications on Cloud-Based. I'm working on chat applications, Laravel Envoyer, E2, Linode hosting, Graph, Symfony feed. I've created I've created a scraper for gathering the latest news from Symfony community, all the latest blog posts, etc., which I'm gathering here for my daily reading purposes. So I have set up a Symfony Flex application, I'm creating a pad application on Symfony Flex and just trying it out because the latest version of Symfony has been available now, which is Symfony 4, and the version is Flex enabled, the most light version of Symfony. I've created a pusher chat. Yeah, this is a simple chat application which I've created before. You can see the blog of this chat application here. Let me show you the blog of this application here. Cloud-Based blog. If you didn't get me or confused about any feature of Cloud-Based, you can quickly go to this blog and you can see all the contents like WordPress, Magento, Drupal, Laravel, PHP, etc. I have covered all these things, all the features of Cloud-Based server and application in my PHP category. You can see all the usage, all the feature usage here in my blogs. So I've written so many things on Cloud-Based. You can see the contents on, we publish it daily on Cloud-Based blog to let you know about the new latest happenings in the community. So I've created a real-time chat app with pusher in PHP. So this application is hosted here. So Laravel chat I've also created a Laravel chat application. Some benchmarkings, indexing, my shop. Okay, so there is an extension of creating an e-commerce applications in Laravel called MEOs. So I have just tried it, and the MEOs works flawlessly in my Cloud-Based server. So you can also try out MEOs for creating e-commerce applications or your online shops. So this is my main application which has my website. Let me open my website here. I have created this application on PHP and this is under construction, so there are some some tweaks and something missing here, so I am working on it and it will look good in future. Some technical skills, working experiences, etc. So you can move to my site. Already signed up, so you can see my dashboard. If you don't have any project mentioned to create some projects, so you can directly create project here. So when you select this project, the server which will launch here will reside in this project. Okay, requirement. You can also see how simplified the platform is. Cloud-Based has been giving you the chance to just manage your own server. You just don't need to go in hassle of managing your server by your own while using some creepy commands on Linux. So just use your mouse and manage the complete server directly from Cloud-Based. I don't know what's happening here. There must be some issue of internet connection, I think. Let me check. It's good and it's connected. Don't know why it is taking more time. Has been giving you the chance to just manage your own server, Cloud-Based server, and I have 17 applications hosted on this server. All the applications are PHP and Laravel, as I mostly work on PHP and Laravel applications. So this is one project I have. So let's move to my server settings. Wrong. Just get his here. So I'm coming again, man. So are you guys seeing me? Is it working proper for you? Actually, I have a good connection, good internet connection here, like 25 to 30 MB per second, but I think there is some interruption in the internet service, and it is stopping again and again. Why, I don't know. I just hate it, man. It's so let's start again where I was. Actually, I have a good connection, good. So I am here on application and giving you the view of applications I have hosted on at Cloud-Based. So I was telling you that how many applications I have hosted here, and how many things I am working on, the frameworks of PHP, and some micro frameworks, and I've told you about the Laravel Amios package, which can create the e-commerce shops and websites for you. So let's move to my one application. So previously I have told you the things about how you can manage your server. So this screen will tell you about how to manage your application, which is residing in the particular server. So this is one application which has my name, and this is the credential area of your application, the DB name, username, and password. So if you want to connect your application to the database of in any of your application, you just need these credentials: DB name, username, and password. Just copy them and paste in your application, and you are good to go to talk with the database at Cloud-Based. So here is the URL. I have placed my domain name here. I will tell you how to do this domain mapping on Cloud-Based. So you can just click on this button and launch your application. Just one click and your application is launched. So if you want to if you want to manage your application with the FileZilla client, you need SSH and SFTP credentials, which I have shown you on server access detail page. Here, for connecting FileZilla client, you can use these three values on FileZilla. Just put your hostname here with SFTP and your IP of Cloud-Based, and username, password, and I think there is no need to put the port on Cloud-Based. Yeah, or if you want to put the port on Cloud-Based, just put 21 or 80 and just click on the quick connect button, and you are connected with your server at Cloud-Based. So most times I don't manage my application files from FileZilla. I just love to manage them via this CLI. Not this CLI. I always use PuTTY or Ubuntu terminal wrapper for Windows 10. Yeah, Windows 10 has introduced the Ubuntu wrapper for its native CLI. You can use that Ubuntu wrapper on Windows 10. Okay, so I'm telling you about the applications here. So quickly move to the application tab. You have the domain name here, the DB name, username, and password. So these are the application credentials. If you want to create more SFTPs, just give the username and password here and add them. So if you have a team of developers, you want to give the specific access to any of the team members. So just create the FTP and this SFTP you can also create for application level access. So you just need to give the one application access to your team member. If you don't need to give the complete access, if you don't want to give the complete access, okay, just give the application level access on Cloud-Based. So the developer should restrict on his own application. So here is the domain management. I know you guys love the domain management system and etc. So you need to put the domain name here and just click on save change. Obviously you have put the staging URL in your Namecheap or GoDaddy websites. So just put your domain name here and click on save change. So if you have some if you have some subdomains, so you can also add these domains here. Add all the subdomains here, like blog.sharosnavas.com, etc. You can add this, like shop.sharosnavas.com. Click on save change and it will save. Yeah, it's running good, man. It will save all the subdomains here. So I'm deleting it because I just want to show you how to save the subdomains on Cloud-Based. So let's move to the another tab called cron management. Cron, I know the developers love cron job management on any of the server, any of the cloud server. So here Cloud-Based has provided you the complete UI for managing the cron jobs for your application, for your PHP scripts. Here's the basic cron job. You can move to add new cron job button and select the required time settings. You can run cron jobs on every minute, every 5 minutes, twice an hour, once an hour, and twice a day, once a week, 1st and 15th of every month, once a month, once a year. So there are a lot of options here. You can select any of the option according to your requirement. So if I select every minute, and it will fill the values in all the required options here. You can see that it has filled in the values. So next you need to select the type of your script. Like if you have a PHP script, you want to run the PHP script every minute, so you can select here PHP. And if you have a curl or shell script, you can select here curl. Or if you want to wget some libraries or some packages, so you can use wget here. So these three options are available at Cloud-Based. You can use whatever you want according to the requirement of your application. Okay, so next the main thing is you need to put the URL of your script here. Like if you want to run the index.php file, you need to put the complete URL, not the absolute URL. Okay, the absolute URL is different thing. You need to put the URL. Like if I want to set the cron job on, let's suppose, bloggers.php file. I want to scrape bloggers from the websites on internet, and I want to create a cron job for it. So here, as I have set up the domain sharosnavas.com, so I will put it like this: sharosnavas.com/bloggers.php. So this simple URL which you need to put in here. Okay, your domain name and the file name which you need to set up for cron management. So I'm deleting it from here and cancelling it because I don't need to set up any cron job here now. So the next thing is the advanced cron job. If you want to set up the advanced cron settings and don't need to use this basic tab, you can also place some advanced commands here. So I'm not going to tell you which commands you can place here, because you are good enough at this. So I'm just simply asking you that if you need to set up the advanced commands, you can just put your commands here and click on save changes button. So this command will be add to your cron job management queues or processes. So this is cron job management, and let's move to the SSL certificate. So this is the SSL certificate area. Cloud-Based gives you the Let's Encrypt SSL certificate, which is obviously free for you for 90 days, and after 90 days you can renew or auto renew this certificate. So you don't need to pay for any custom SSL certificates on Cloud-Based. Just come here, sign up on it, and select the Let's Encrypt certificate. Put your domain name here and click on Save Change button. So it will apply the Let's Encrypt SSL certificate on your application. So you don't need to pay extra dollars or extra bucks for any SSL certificate. Also, you can see the auto renewal tab here. Auto renewal tab let you to auto renew the SSL certificate after 90 days. So if you want to auto renew it, just click on the enable button here, and it will auto renew your SSL certificate after 3 months, or you can say 90 days. So you can see how simplified it is on Cloud-Based to set up the SSL management. So this is all for the SSL. You can see how easily it is to set up the SSL certificates on Cloud-Based. So the next tab is restore. Okay, restore means if you want to restore the previous backup of any of your application, you can just come here and select the options of the latest backup which you have named your backup. Like if you have given the name of any of the backup files of your application at Cloud-Based, just select the name here and click on restore application now. So the application will completely restored and all the files were updated to the image of that date. Okay, so the next thing which I want to show you on Cloud-Based is deployment via Git. Yes, this is one good feature at Cloud-Based. This is one good feature at Cloud-Based, deployment via cloud. So okay, let me open my GitHub repository first. github.com. This is my GitHub repository. You can also visit my repository and some of the repositories I have hosted on GitHub here. Let's choose one of the repository. Here, basically you need to choose the repository here and then generate the SSH key, and the SSH key which will generated here, you need to copy and paste that key to your GitHub application. So what is this? I think it's a website built in simple, PHP and Bootstrap. So if I want to, if I want to host this website on Cloud-Based, so I just need to go to Cloud-Based in my application and generate SSH key. So here the SSH key, you can see view SSH key button and view deployment logs. So obviously click on view SSH key first, and here is the complete key. Click on it to copy. It's copied now. Click to copy. It's copied. So move to your application settings, deploy keys, add deploy key, give it a name, test key, and put the complete key here. Allow write access, add key. Obviously it will ask you about your password, and what's my password? I think, oh no, this is not the right one. Okay, so the key has added to the application, to the repository on GitHub. So the next step is I have added the key to my repository here. So the next step is move to the code page and copy the HTTP URL from here. HTTP or SSH, I'm always confused about it. So let's first copy the HTTP URL. Copy and move here, paste it here, and click on this button. Okay, it's not working. So I think I need to select the SSH URL. Let's put it here and click on this. Okay, it worked now. Getting Git branches, and you can see the master branch available now. So what I have done, just I have previously generated the SSH key and put the SSH key in my GitHub repository. The GitHub repository, the code which I need to deploy on Cloud-Based, just put the key into that repository settings and deploy keys. So the next thing is copy the SSH URL of that particular repository and put it here. While putting it here, click on this refresh button. It will fetch the branches, the available branch or the available all branches of this repository in this drop down. So I have only one branch at this GitHub repository, so I'm selecting the master branch, and and you need to give to the deployment path. Okay, after selecting the branch, you need to give deployment path here. So and public underscore HTML. Okay, if you want to host this repository in the subdirectory, you can put in the URL like bot slash. Okay, I want to host this repository in bot folder, or copy this code to bot folder. So I'm not copying it right now because I have already added the code to my application. I'm just telling you that if you want to copy it to the root directory, just leave it empty here, and if you want to copy in the subdirectory, just pass the subdirectory path here. Okay, and click on this start deployment button. The complete code of this repository will be deployed here in this. So if I move to SSH and connect it again, let me connect it again first. I want to show you the complete process of GitHub deployment. So I need the master credential access to again log into SSH terminal because the session is expired from here. So let me copy the master credentials options here and put the username here, enter, and then again copy the password and move to this. So move to the application. No, not Sharul Nawaz. Then sorry. Then the application name is QMS, and as you are seeing this value here, when you launch the application on Cloud-Based, the random string name folder will generated on your server. Each of the application has contained this random folder. The complete application will deploy in this folder. Okay, So move to the public folder and ls it. So I have lots of files here. Let's create a folder here, test demo, and I'm going to give the path of this test demo here and click on start deployment. You can see the deployment process is in progress, so you need to just wait for a few seconds. I have just created the test demo directory here, and when the deployment is completed, you can see your files in this directory. I will show you once the deployment is completed. So okay, repository cloned. Okay, so let's move to this and click on ls button. No, this is not move. I need to move to cd test demo. Okay, click on LSS. Okay, so these are the files you can see here. Index.html license and readme.md file, which are available here. License readme.md, index.html. You can see how easy it is to deploy your applications from Cloud-Based in few clicks here. So if you are updating your repository here, you just need to click on the pull button. It will, fetch the latest changes of your repository from GitHub to your application here. Okay, so this is the cherry on top and the easy steps. So if I want to access the application which I have cloned here recently, so let's move to access it. sharoznawaz.com/test demo and enter. Okay, so you can see these options here. You can see that the code is available now in my application. I know this is not a right way to present this thing. I just want to show you how to deploy your code in PHP application at Cloud-Based. So obviously your applications will be in the perfect UI and perfect UI, and you can just easily deploy it on Cloud-Based. And oh, sorry to interrupt, but what is the difference between wget and curl? Okay, I mostly use curl for shell commands and wget for download or getting zip files on my server. Oh, my bro is calling me. Okay, I'm coming in just 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm coming in 10 minutes. Okay. Oh my god, this is my bro. So that is my bro and asking me to come at home early because this is off timing here, and I'm just finishing my streaming here. If you want to ask any question, you can quickly ask me because I'm closing this session here and will again start the streaming for covering the new topics next week on the same day. So if you have any questions in your mind, just quickly ask me in the chat mode here. So I have covered today these things: deploy code from GitHub repository, and in the next episode or in the next video I will deploy code from SFTP and let you see which options you can manage while connecting to your SFTP terminal. And in the next session I will move you around the different features of Cloud-Based, like CDN, server transfer feature, and server cloning feature, and server deletion feature, and yes, Cloud-Based API. My favorite thing on Cloud-Based is Cloud-Based API. I have played and created so many things with the Cloud-Based API on integrations. So I will tell you about how you can play with Cloud-Based API too, and launch the custom servers and applications with your custom application and UI. So I'm all up for this session, and I hope you enjoyed it, because this is my very first session on any of the live streaming. I know my English is weak, so please apologies for that and pardon me for my English. Okay, thanks, bye bye. So meet me on the same day and on the same time next week. Bye bye.